Okay, hi everybody, and welcome to our first week of the Industrial Revolution. So this little PowerPoint presentation is going to cover what you are looking at as an overview this week and some basic information that you'll need to know to guide you through the time that I am out. So while we are going to be talking about the Industrial Revolution, I do want to switch over and make sure that you understand the packet that I've left for you with the sub. This is the packet that you should have received from the substitute, and this is what every packet is going to look like during the time while I am out. So if you take a look, I do tell you that you need to access this Google site here, and it will include important information, but if you're on the website, you're already listening to this video, so you are good to go. This week, we're going to intro the Industrial Revolution. You do have a crash course that is due to me, as well as pages within this packet. So when we look at the Industrial Revolution, we're looking at things like the social impact, how does it impact the people, something about the challenges to Industrial Revolution with this group known as the Luddites, who are against the Industrial Revolution. Then we're looking mainly at working conditions, as well as an excerpt from a book called The Jungle, which is on the Industrial Revolution or comes out of the Industrial Revolution given some of the problems that we experienced during that time. Okay, so going back to what was the Industrial Revolution, I'm going to kind of run through some PowerPoint slides with you like you might see in class, but I'm going to go a little bit faster because you do have the option of pausing this video. We talk about the Industrial Revolution. Overall, it increases production brought about by the use of machines and new energy. So we're going to see things develop that totally change the lives of the people and how they produce things and the energy sources like coal or oil that they need in order to run these machines. Basic cause of the Industrial Revolution overall is that humans are going to use natural resources and technological advancements to change how goods are produced. So we're going to see things like effects on global society. They change transportation, they change communication. We see the rise of the railroad. We're also going to see women will call for more rights during this unit because they are starting to work outside of the home. We'll see changes to factories as well as child labor, which is a major issue during the Industrial Revolution. When we look at some of the advancements that come out of the 19th century, we see all of these changes in transportation, communication, mass media, and the light bulb. So overall, all of these things that are up on the screen drastically change our lives and allow for advancement to the modern day that we experience today, right? Can you imagine what it would be like if we had never discovered electricity, if Thomas Edison had never invented the light bulb? Additionally, during the Industrial Revolution, we look at the use of things like coal, iron, and steel. These will all be building materials that make it easier to produce things in factories. They'll be necessary for laying lines for the railroad, etc. There's a new process called the Bessemer process. It makes steel even cheaper than ever before. Steel does lots and lots of things, but also holds up skyscrapers. So we see the development and the rise of the modern city. Inexpensive steel will lead to the production or the construction of railroad projects. And the railroad really does change our lives because we get cheaper and faster transportation, allows businesses to move to new markets, and people can buy goods more cheaply. The B&O Railroad is something that's important to Baltimore specifically. You may have gone to the B&O Railroad Museum in the past. We start to see skyscrapers are built, given that these taller buildings will lead to a more urban environment as we are used to. You may have seen pictures like this with the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest skyscraper in the world. Additionally, during this time, we will see the rise of the assembly line piloted by someone named Henry Ford. Ford should sound familiar to you. It's Ford cars like we consider today. And rather than having specialized workers move to and from a product, we start to see that Ford develops a system Where stationary workers, people stay in one place and the product moves past the worker. The assembly line overall totally changes how things are produced. Imagine standing in a line and passing something on for the next step. It revolutionizes the way that cars are produced, and Henry Ford does see the first car produced. It's called a Model T, and working class families can afford this. So because he's able to produce cars so much faster, it drives down prices for people, making cars more accessible. During the Industrial Revolution, you'll start to see pictures like this of young people, younger than you all, who are working in factories. So if they are working in factories during the day, where are they not going? They are not going to school. So these young people are working for less than what we even consider minimum wage today, and there's a huge social impact on these kids. They get hurt. They are not obviously learning because they're not in school. They're exploited and abused by the workers. So we'll start to see a little bit more of that at the end of the week. If you have any questions on the Industrial Revolution, you should reach out to me. Please be patient if you send an email, and make sure you are completing your packet to the best of your ability so that I can take a look at your work and give you guys some feedback. I hope you are doing well. Have a good day.